Freshsqueezed family, welcome back to another episode of the pod. It is your boy Mike Dog 39.
Lilbigmike in the building, man. Was fresh this week. Talk to him.
Damn, I ain't got nothing fresh this week, honestly.
Nothing?
I mean, it's only Wednesday. The 4th of July just passed. It's crazy.
Okay, so how was the 4th? What's up?
It was a crazy holiday. Just the past 2 weekends in general, since we last pod, have been crazy. The first one after Rhino, I actually was with you, and we got super lit. Follow us on TikTok because eventually that's gonna come out.
Too lit.
This past weekend though, I spent time with fam on Sunday. It was like a little cookout, you know what I'm saying? Not major. A couple of the homies came over. Then I was in the city per usual.
You might move out there.
I might as well, honestly. And I've been thinking about it. It's like a lot of different opportunities I could explore out there. But I just started this new gig, so it would be kind of tough with that. But Monday, I was in the city. And it was crazy because I was in the pool, actually. And I got a text from X. Shout out my boy X. He in Nap. He texted me like, yo, you straight? Like, he texted me, you straight like 3 times. And I'm looking like, yeah, I'm cool. Well, like, what's up? He's like, bro, it was just a shooting in the city.
The Highland Park stuff.
Straight. Yeah. So I'm like, bro,
Sick.
I ain't nowhere near that. I didn't know what he was talking about at the time, but I looked it up, and it was a shooting. That's like 25 miles from the city. But either way, another mass shooting, that shit is insane. Then they caught the guy who did it, and he's like a rapper, I guess. Have you seen anything about it?
Not too much, but I don't even want to read that negativity.
I know, I feel it. It's like, I don't want to see it, and actually it's super crazy. Yeah, you have to be aware of what's going on in the world, but it do seem like every week we dealing with that shit. But it's crazy, bro, because when I seen the mugshot of the dude, folks was creeping me out so bad I couldn't even look at the picture. Like, I'm like, he damn near looked like a demon. Like, I can't, like, look at it for real. This is, like, creeping me out and shit. But, yeah, that's it for me. It ain't really been nothing busting. The weekends have been crazy. I just can't really go into detail about them because they've been wild though. But yeah, what's up with you?
My weekend's been pretty much like yours for real. Been pretty lit. We went to the city with you. Got too lit. Didn't make it to the club.
Didn't make it nowhere.
Didn't make it anywhere. That was not the plan.
Yeah. The 3-on-3 tournament. We had that.
Oh yeah, we did have 3-on-3 tournament. That was a huge success. Shout out to Jazz Tally and Total Goons.
Shout out to
setting
them
that up.
Show. Yeah.
It was a great turnout.
I do want to say one thing about that though, real quick. I know we were supposed to be like somewhat entertainment for that event, but technical difficulties actually did like come in the way of that. But I do want to say it felt really good to be a part of something like that didn't have no drama, like nothing bad happening for the community. I really hope we can build on that, continue to do something maybe next year, rather it's another tournament or some different type of event. But I do want to say, like, shout out to everybody that came through because it was a solid turnout, with no drama, no beef. Like, that was really good to see, especially from the younger crowd. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen a lot of people we went to high school with or grew up around.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Always good to see that shit.
Yeah.
But it's your week. You got a quote for us this week. Let's hear it.
So my quote this week is from John Lennon. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans.
And that pertains to you?
I think it pertains to everybody, though. I mean, I think it's just more so the definition of life. So when they say life always gonna hit you, it's spontaneous. So when you're doing something, that's when life hits you. Like when you just think about it, the times have like you say something going good, boom, tire flat. Or boom, you need new brakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you was planning something else, you planning a trip or something. Oh, I gotta pay for get my car fixed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that quote it's pretty much just saying like life is always gonna happen.
Yeah.
You can't stop it. It's just gonna happen when you least expect it.
And I feel that's actually, like you said, that pertains to everyone. And when you really sit down and think about it, it's like, this shit is so, you just don't know what's going to happen next. And I've kind of been mentally feeling like that lately because I'm like not going through some bad shit with family, but like shit happening within my family, and it's making me really take a step back and like appreciate not only my life but like their lives too, people in my lives, if that makes sense. Like you said, life is just so spontaneous, bro. Just take a step back and appreciate that shit.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
For real. Cause you never know. And honest, I saw Demna the other day. Dorian, we went to school with Dorian.
Man, bro, rest in peace to Dorian, man. I seen that too.
It just show you like, bro's younger than me. Well, he was your grade,
Nah, I think it's 2015, but
so young, still young as hell.
Yeah,
didn't really get to experience.
Still in his 20s, regardless.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Life is crazy. So that's actually a good ass quote. You shitted on my quote. It's cool though. We gonna jump into these topics though, and the first one is actually a couple weeks old, but it really is big for us because we in the same space. So I just break down. I set up the table. A couple weeks ago on the No Jumper show, 16 Shotums, a cameraman out of Chicago actually, was getting an interview about some whole beef. I'm not gonna jump into like the beef shit, but he was getting interviewed by an interviewer named Flacco on the No Jumper show. He's pretty new, but he's been under like a lot of criticism already because he's super new to what they have built already, and he's causing hella problems. Long story short, he was being hella disrespectful to 16 the whole time, calling him clout chaser, calling him all type of shit that's bad in our terms now.
Yeah.
And he ended up spitting on him. 16 ended up spitting on Flacco. One, how would you react to that? Because after he spit on him, like nothing happened. They kind of just like stood up, and that was the end of it.
Nah, you spit on me. That's first of all, that's the ultimate sign of disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
That's worse than a backhand slap, than anything. Like that's the ultimate sign of disrespect. Not a back slap, but like a backhand slap. Man, you can't just slap nobody. I mean, you can't just spit on nobody, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put hands on him. Like I have no other choice.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I might black out. Like I don't see how he didn't black out. Like most people would just black out and just do whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever.
And the immediate aftermath of it, he kind of just stood up and was like, basically the fake pressing him type shit. But like AD said, and he's a part of that show too, like immediately after, if you wanted to put your hands on him, you definitely could have. Like,
yeah, he's still in the room.
Nobody stopping you. Like, somebody come in and spit on you right now, I'm probably not gonna physically be able to hold you back, stop you from getting to that person. Yeah, facts. But at the same time, Flacco was like, "Well, I'm at work," so that raises the question of, can you not be, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you not defend yourself at work?
Can you not defend yourself at work?
Mm-hmm. Especially in that line, because that's like I don't want to say a popular gig, but that's like a pretty high-ranking position to be a podcaster on that level of show. You know what I'm saying? But you also dealing with someone street. Yeah. You also told them to like suck your. I ain't gonna finish the rest because you might get blocked out, but you can put it together, which is what led you to get spit on in the first place. So.
Well, yeah. So so he crossed the line first.
Right.
And he crossed the bigger line. so I mean, he just one upped him for real.
So how would you have handled that situation?
In his sense, since he was trying to be so professional or whatever, it's already gonna get a negative image because y'all got people spitting on people. But so I don't think it could have got too much worse. Yeah. But I mean, he can only handle it once the show is over. Because once the show over, it's not like he just vanished.
Right, yeah.
He's still there.
Yeah.
So if whatever you want to do, you want to get your ones in or whatever, like.
Oh, you got to shoot the ones. Yeah. Honestly, if I was there and you got spit on and you ain't do shit, I damn near am looking at you sideways.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, who?
I'm like, never you just let him spit on you. Never.
No, like for real. And I feel it to a certain extent of, you know, you at work, so you don't want to cross that line. But you got to have that same energy throughout the entire process. Like, I can't be saying, like, you a clout chaser, you a lame, like, you this and that, woo-woo. And then when somebody tell me, like, bro, you keep saying this, I'm going to smack shit out of you. Because that's really what happened.
Yeah.
And then he said, do it. Like, at that point, you ain't at work no more. Like, that's you talking, like, you in the streets now.
They both were antagonizing each other. I'll put it like that.
I feel like I probably would have did the same thing, though. I might not have spit on him because that's not really in my nature to spit on people.
That's definitely.
But I definitely would have been like trying to press too.
Yeah.
Which leads us into our next topic of, as podcasters, when and how should you get the meat out of a conversation? Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa there, Paul.
Get the.
Yeah, we got to reword that one.
How do you get what people want to hear out of the conversation without crossing the line of being ignorant or being messy?
Honestly, I think you need to tell them that up front before you even address the question. I think you need to just go ahead and say, like, I don't mean this. I don't have this type of intent with this question. Mm-hmm. But what is your
before the show or during?
No, I mean, like, before you introduce the question. Before you introduce a question to somebody, you need to let them know if you feel like it's going to be, you know what I'm saying, they're going to take it the wrong way or it's going to have some type of wrong intent.
Yeah.
You need to tell them up front, like, hey, I don't mean this by this, but what happened in this situation, or do you mind speaking on it? Or,
yeah.
You know, it's different ways to introduce a question.
Let me ask this then. If we have someone here, I'm finna just throw some random shit out there. Ja Rule, whatever. We all know he had like beef with 50 at the time. How would we get what people don't want to hear about Ja Rule's latest single? Like, you ain't been hot in 20 years. So I'm not even trying to mess around with that subject. I'm trying to instantly, when 50 slid on you at the sources, like, what was your mind? You know what I'm saying? And if he just, I don't want to talk about that, you to death, now you're not getting listened. Now people are out where he can't get the tough questions out.
So stuff like that, I think the juicy topics, you would probably have to ask them before the show. That's what I would say. Like, do you mind speaking on this topic?
Yeah.
You know, is it okay if we bring this topic up in conversation?
How do we, because this is, like I said, this pertains to us. Obviously, we want this to grow and get bigger, so it's going to be times where we give an opinion on someone or something they're not going to like.
Yeah, for sure.
And how, like, I was thinking about how do you draw that line of having an opinion and then, like, you know, you taking it too far. Because I can sit here and say about an athlete, like, dude, weak as hell to me, whatever. And then he come on the show and now it's drama. Like, but really, I'm just doing my job. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's a personal
thing, though. That's a personal thing with them. They gotta be able to know that line is there. First of all, like, y'all are media people. Y'all, we don't play the sport that you play, so you can't even. How are you getting mad at somebody that don't even do what you do? And that obviously can't do what you do.
It's damn near a double-edged sword though, because I almost feel like you could be that guy that's cool with everybody. You always get the interviews, but that shit boring. You know, people just supporting it because of who you have on there, not because you actually good at what you're doing.
For sure.
And then you have people who are strong, opinionated wise, and gonna say whatever they feel. And I feel like you can do that while still being respectful. And people in the industry not gonna like you, and you're not gonna get as big of interviews. Which one would you rather have?
I want to keep this show as, you know what I'm saying, as authentic as possible. So I'll take an authentic route every time.
I feel that though.
But I mean, real people mess with authenticity, so they go hand in hand.
So we finna see how authentic this is with my next question. Since last time we talked, Drake dropped the album. And it's got, I don't want to even say mixed reviews, like bad reviews, like people hate it. Most people
hate it. I've seen the people that say they love it.
What's your personal opinion on it first?
Considering that I only went halfway through.
See, so you didn't like it all bad. You didn't finish it.
No. It's only because nowadays, bro, I really only listen to podcasts or nothing. I don't listen to no music. I kind of just ride and vibe for real. Think, just vibe, get on the phone.
So you ride
catch up
with
people. I'm either riding with silence. I'm either riding with silence. We got the windows down, so it ain't that silent. I mean, I guess it's still silent.
Traffic. You like listening to traffic?
I mean, I just like chilling and embracing the moment, just taking that time to myself. Because a lot of times you're driving by yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm reflecting, thinking. You know what I'm saying? Just.
And your his thoughts just driving.
Yeah,
I feel it. Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
But halfway through, Okay.
I like it. I mean, I'm a Drake fan, so I'm kind of biased, but I do like it. But what I always say about Drake is he one of the greatest artists to ever do it. Like you can't just. How does he just step into that lane and make that type of music and still be successful? Like if he's to drop a hip hop album tomorrow, the same people that listen to this album are going to listen to that hip hop album.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. I get that. I also will say, I don't think the album was successful numbers wise because of the content. I'm gonna say it's just because he's Drake.
Yeah.
But I'm also a Drake fan. I'm a big Drake fan actually. Like a lot of people don't like some of his older album like Views. A lot of people don't really like Views. Like I'm one to like Views. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always liked what Drake's put out. But I will say I'm not gonna say this album is bad. It just doesn't. I just personally don't have the ears for it. Now that Jimmy Crooks is tough. That song is tough for sure.
Very tough.
But the rest of it, I can't get with the dun dun dun. Like
so you gotta really to listen to that album. You just have to be in that mood. I think that's more of a mood album. If you ever have that mood, I don't know. Everybody must not have that mood.
What is it though? It's not even R&B. It's like
people call it like house music. House music.
Yeah.
You know so I guess if you cleaning the house or something,
you cleaning the house or
you got some guests over, you could bump the whole thing.
I guess.
Let it ride.
I want to know other people's opinions on it. That's not just because you have those people who just go against anything that Drake put out. They say everything sounds the same. You know, you hear it all, but that's with every great person. You have people like that. I want to hear someone's like unbiased opinion, like your bias towards it, because you said you like Drake.
Yeah.
I'm a Drake fan, so I'm not going to say it's terrible.
I mean, the production and the lyrics, everything, the execution was perfect. I mean, it was. What can you say about it?
That was trash.
Only reason you could say it's trash because you don't like that type of music. Right. You can't say that the production and everything of the album is bad.
The quality was good.
Yeah, you can't say none of that is bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Only thing you can say is I don't like that type of music.
Yeah. Okay. Now I feel that. We're gonna pivot a little bit, get into something a little more serious.
Yeah, since everybody's so opinionated.
Yeah.
And there was a law that was passed about a week or two ago. A lot of people do not like.
Yeah.
It was the Roe versus Wade case. Where basically all 50 states get to choose whether they allow abortion in their state or not. We'll start here. Do you think that is fair to the people?
No, hell
to the women?
Hell no. No, definitely not. No.
Not fair to the women.
Or
why not though?
Why is it not fair? Because how can a 67-year-old white guy in politics tell this 19-year-old girl that's having a baby out of who knows what the situation is, if she shouldn't be able to or should raise a kid? I mean, like, it's so many things that makes that uncool, like just not right to me. And I definitely understand the women's like frustration with that. And even me, like, I've never had someone get an abortion before, but I don't know, 6 years ago, let's say I don't have no job, that night just occurred. I'm not in no position to take care of that kid. I don't have no family that's gonna take care of that kid. It's only like a week old or the case. Like, how can I, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fair to nobody in that situation. Me, the woman, or the kid that's gonna get brought here and put in a fucking terrible position from the start.
So let me ask you this: Is it solely the woman's choice in your eyes, or does the man have a say so?
It's solely the woman's choice for sure.
So I mean, you had no her body. You just said 6 years ago, if you was to have some little mishap where a baby was formed, you would have wanted an abortion. But what if she doesn't want the abortion? Like, so you shouldn't have a say so?
I definitely should. But see, that goes deeper than just the abortion law with me. That also goes with your judge of character, the type of person you messing with, the type of relationship y'all have. You feel me? If both of y'all minds on straight, 9 times out of 10, you should be able to come to some sort of decision or
Mm-hmm.
agreement on the situation. But the man definitely should have a say so too.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, I could say I want this baby until I'm blue in the face. If she don't want to have it and don't want to put her, but like I'm not carrying that for 8-9 months.
But you got to deal with it for 18 years.
You do.
It's not just about the 9 months.
Well, what you talking about?
The 9 months.
If you have it, if you have an abortion, or if you don't.
If you don't have it, so you just leave it all up to her, and you really want an abortion, but she says no. No, we're having this.
Yeah, bro. I'm a big believer in like you sleep in the bed you lay in. I mean.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to sleep in the bed. I think that's how it
I'm
works.
a big. How the fucking saying go? You sleep in the bed you make. Yeah, you sleep in the bed you make. If I'm wrong, y'all correct me. But I'm a big believer in that. So no matter what anybody say, if you consciously make a decision to sleep with somebody, man or woman, you know that is a possibility. You know that if I stay in this, even if I don't, it still might happen. But if I do it, it definitely might happen. No type of birth control, no type of condoms. Like, you know, this may happen. So if it does, at the end of the day, as bad as I don't want this kid, like, yo, that's my child.
Yeah, that's solid.
And I feel like eventually, if you're a decent person, most decent people, you learn to like live with that decision, and then you learn to love that child. Like, this is the little me. Like, how can you not care about it?
I mean,
But that's
it
me
happens.
though. That's just me. Though.
Yeah, it happens for sure.
There's also instances where you can have a one night stand. And it's like, damn, I don't even know you. How I'm finna.
Yeah.
You know.
See, and you need an abortion at that point because we don't know what's going on.
You don't know. So ultimately, it should be up to the woman. That's my stand on it. It's definitely fucked up that people who probably aren't even in the lifestyle to have to come to that type of decision are making those decisions. Like, if you rich, you 70 years old, like, you're not in no decision.
You're not even having no
like,
kids
come
no
on,
more.
dude. You're not even having sex no more. Like, why are you making a decision for generations after you?
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
But that's me. How
It seems
you
like
feel
more
about
of like a population control type of thing, but I guess that's a bigger topic. But
as far as what?
I mean, because essentially, if you stop all the abortions, more babies will come about.
It's definitely, to me, a bigger picture too.
Yeah, I think it's a
hidden
way
agenda
bigger
somewhere.
plot. Yeah, it's a way bigger plot that we didn't have no idea about.
But how do you feel about it though?
I definitely think everybody should have a choice. I guess I'm pro-choice. Yeah, I think the man and the woman should have a choice.
So it should be a 50-50 choice to you.
Yeah, one, because I'm just tired of seeing, especially in our generation now, bro. All these women that's having babies, no father in the picture.
Fact.
No father in the picture, and that's danger immediately. Like, as soon as you have the baby, no father to be found. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of seeing kids grow up in single parent homes, co-parenting and all that, because they were never supposed to have the child in the first place. They never really agreed to do it mutually. But maybe the girl said, I'm having it, blah, blah, I don't believe in abortions, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So
we know, I don't know the exact percentage, but we do know there is a percentage of people who, one, as a woman, this baby gonna help keep him around. We know that, a child.
For sure.
And we know there's a percentage of dudes who are like, oh yeah, we having a kid, I'm definitely gonna take care of it. And when that time comes, they dip. So we're not really talking about those two situations because that's just like
it's more crazy situations like
that. And it's crazy shit in all instances. But you speaking more of, we had this kid, you telling her like, yo, I really don't want it. I'm not responsible enough. I don't have the funds, whatever the case may be, and she still keep it. Let me ask you this: as a guy in that situation, though, do you personally, are you obligated to still take care of that kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you still, they say you do the crime, you got to do the time.
It's a crime,
so you got to. It's not really a crime, but hey, you did it. So you got to man up. You got to man up. You did it. Like you said, you made your bed and you laid in it. So now you got to keep laying in it for 18 years.
One question I do have though, for anyone who's listening, or if Tommy make this a snippet, one question I do have is, why are like a lot of women making this about men though? Like making this beef about men, or like saying it's a war on women when like we didn't make that decision. Like men didn't make that decision. You know what I'm saying? They did.
Well, they did.
The government made that decision.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of men are. We standing with y'all for sure. Like facts. That shit bogus as hell. I actually seen a protest down the street from my crib the other day.
Out here?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. They was literally on the corner in front of Burger King, like signs. It was a couple dudes out there too. Crazy. But I ain't gonna lie, they holding the sign up. It's like stop the war on women. Like it said like,
the war though.
And that's why I'm like, I get what you're saying for sure, but I kind of don't.
What you saying? They playing the victim role?
No, they are victims for sure in that situation. Yes, and also with like the whole sex trafficking and kidnapping and shit. That shit is like super bogus as hell. Like I can't even find the words. That shit literally disgusting. But there's a lot of guys out here with their head on their shoulders and they like, nah, we with you too. But when I was riding by in a car, I like locked eyes with somebody holding a sign, and I'm like, "You talking to me?"
Oh my God.
I'm like, "Dude, what? I ain't got nothing to do with this. Like, I'm with you." She stopped the war. She like literally at my window.
Like
I'm
you
like,
can help.
damn. Yeah, I'm like, damn.
That's the sick part about all of it, bro. Nobody has a say so. Like we don't have a say so.
No, we don't.
I don't care how people talking about vote this, vote that. I still cannot. I can vote you president. I can't tell you what to do.
Yeah,
I can't tell you what decision to make.
You can't.
I can vote whoever. I can't tell them what to make, what decision to make.
No, that's a fact. And it's a lot of the decisions that's being made by people that's not us or have no say so in our lot.
They don't even know about us.
They don't even know about us nor care about us. None of that.
Exactly.
The beef shouldn't be between us on that level, because we shouldn't be fighting each other. And that's another big ass problem, and that's got to do with relationships or whatever the case may be. Like a lot of the beef is between people that's in the same fucking field. Like we on the same level playing field, bro. We need to. I feel like if minds got together and we was doing constructive shit, like
united we stand, divided we fall.
Damn, you quote man P today. God damn.
I mean that's a real quote, bro. I mean, just think about it.
Yeah, no, it is though. It's a fact. A lot of things will be changed. A lot of people's lives will probably be better. And this kind of do go hand in hand with this next topic. But you wrote this one down. I just want to see where it came from. Jobs, needing an experience to do a job, and that kind of go hand in hand because people making these laws are usually people who have years of experience in that field. So when you put this topic down, I looked at it. And I'm like, well, are you for that or are you against it?
Needing experience?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's really a law. I think it's just more so that's just the job company's policy, whatever. But yeah, I'm definitely against it because who's to say that this man with 10-year experience, I mean, technically you would think he do got, you know what I'm saying, better qualities and skill set. But who's to say that? Who's to say that this person 2 years out of college doesn't know way more than him? Because he did his own research or he did, you know what I'm saying, whatever. His upbringing taught him everything he needed to know and more. You know
that's experience though.
But that's outside experience, not the experience they're
looking for. You're talking about
okay. That's not the experience they're looking for. They want on paper experience.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? So who's to say he's not just as qualified as what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I agree with you, but I have to play devil's advocate a little bit here. For one, I think that depends on what type of job you're talking about to start, for one.
More so degree type of jobs. It's not going to be like McDonald's or something. They don't even care.
Okay.
They hire anybody.
Lawyer.
But the general qualification is law school.
So you, in a situation, you going to pick the lawyer with 20 years experience or with 1?
Well, if the lawyer with 1 is John Cochran,
but you don't know that though. You just see Tim Anderson. He been a lawyer for 6 months. He won his first case. Boom. Mike Reese. He been a lawyer for 22 years. Only lost 5 cases in his career. 22 years he gonna cost you more. The 6 gonna cost you less, but you taking a risk.
I tell you this. I take the sixth person only if that case was kind of the same with my case.
Similar to yours.
Yeah.
So you saying basically experience don't matter at all.
I'm not saying it don't matter. It definitely is a huge help, but what I'm saying is I don't think it should automatically disqualify you. Like you apply for a job and won't even get an interview. Mm-hmm. They won't even get to see you, you know what I'm saying, because of your qualifications. They like, he ain't not enough experience.
Yeah. Of course.
You don't even get to talk to them and you know what I'm saying, see what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
Or see what you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of thing I'm really talking about.
And I get that. I feel that too.
Like you can't even get a finger in the door because you don't have experience.
I mean, what they see on that paper is their perception of you. So that's why I've been saying, unless you're going to college and you know what you want to do for sure, and you know you need a degree to do that honestly, college is kind of a waste until you know for sure that's what you're doing. Because I can go to school, for instance, I went to school for communications, get a bachelor's in communications, get out, and I'm not doing shit with communications. This is communications. I didn't have to go to school for this shit.
Yeah, we could have did this in high school.
Literally, could have been doing this since high school, right? It would probably be huge by now because that was so way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
But in that instance, experience, that don't mean shit to me. Now you talking about doctor, surgeon, dentist, lawyer.
Now we're really talking.
Now you like, yo, I don't want nobody that's
definitely
fresh out of
it. Definitely want the 30-year-old.
Yeah, like you done seen some shit in your 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Now in that instance, you are correct.
Yeah, but you talking.
But that don't mean it should be super strenuous for that guy that's fresh out of med school to get a job.
No, it definitely shouldn't. No.
That's basically what I'm getting at.
But at the same time, I couldn't be mad if it's a surgeon position open and they went with the 30-year over the one. You definitely should talk to both. My thing is,
what be the odds of you going in there with somebody with that much experience?
Oh, definitely low. Wait, 1 or 30?
The 30.
Oh, yeah, definitely low.
Like,
you've been for 30 years, you're usually there.
You're usually already there. Like, you don't run across
the 30 is exaggerated, it's cap, but even 6. Like, most people look at 6 years compared to 0 years, but you got a degree in it. They probably talk to the 6 years first because they just have on-hand experience.
My thing is, they won't talk to the 1 year at all.
P say at least give bro an interview. God damn, somebody interview him, please,
That's
bro.
Not what I'm saying, I ain't too thirsty for the interview.
But nah, I get what you're saying.
It's just sick. It's not for me. It's really just everybody, bro. People struggling. Oh, I can't get a job. I gotta work here until I can find somewhere.
Yeah.
Like now we stuck in settling.
Yeah.
Stuck settling for years on top of years or months on top of months.
Bro, but low key with life, that's with everything though. Cause even us doing this pod, someone start rapping tomorrow, they might be hard. Someone that's already established, got a little fan base, we're definitely looking at them first.
For sure.
And I get what you're saying. Like the person who just started yesterday might be cold and
might be crazier than them.
Definitely. But unfortunately, that's not what catch people's attention. It's until you had that fan base, until you had that experience, until you had them numbers behind you that people start paying attention and noticing. But I definitely, that's like a mindset thing you got to train yourself to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Got to touch on sports.
Of course.
I know you've been waiting for this.
I'll go ahead and jump it off.
Itching for it.
Like I said, since we came on this pod to even jump it off beginning of the year, the Warriors are the 2022 NBA champions, but like, it was to no surprise to me.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you expected?
Yeah, we can go back to, I don't remember which pod it was, but we was both in coherence of the Warriors probably winning it all. I said Bucks might. I did say Bucks might. But
no, I think you was edging over the Warriors.
With who?
In the beginning.
No, I wasn't.
When we first started doing predictions, you were definitely edging over the Warriors.
Tommy, go back and find the earliest prediction we did. I guarantee you, I said Warriors come out the West because I haven't liked no other team in the West. Period. I said I think Warriors get there, but I think Bucks might win.
Suns a lot of credit.
No. I said Suns not ready yet. I definitely said that.
They're not ready yet.
I said a healthy
NBA Finals.
Warriors wasn't healthy. I said a healthy Warriors team is coming out the West. But I liked them to play the Suns in the West Conference Finals. I did say that. But I didn't think the Suns had enough or was ready to be a healthy Warriors team. I did think the Bucks was going to win it all because they started rolling at the end of the year. And I was like, a healthy Giannis 7-game series is tough.
Well, really, I will give them that edge because Chris Middleton got hurt.
Yeah.
So that definitely was detrimental to their playoff run.
No, for sure it was. Chris Middleton's hella underrated. Just like his floor spacing for Giannis is so underrated. Boston just could pack the paint or whatever to let Giannis get off, but nobody else getting off. Whatever, we're not talking about the East. But, yeah, I mean, Warriors won it all. It don't really surprise me. I'm glad that they did win it all because I definitely didn't want to see Boston win. Oh, my God, I hate Boston.
Why did you pick Boston?
Because just to go against you.
The worst decision ever. Never go against Lilbigmike ever.
That was just to go against you, but I really hate Boston, like for real. So I'm happy about it. I'm a Steph fan. Not as big as you, but
yeah, I'm a huge Steph fan, and I'm very excited to see him get the Finals MVP as well as the Western Conference Finals MVP. But does those two accolades plus the finals win put Steph in the top 10
of all time?
Of all time,
Steph's entering my top 10 of all time. Yes.
Entering, so he's knocking. He's at 11, 12.
No, I'm gonna say entering like 8.
He's in there.
8, 9. Yeah. I don't have a 10 off the top of my head. Matter of fact, write this down next time. Next pod, we'll both give our top 10 and why. But Steph is for sure in my top 10 because, for one, he's one of the few superstars that's like legit won with his homegrown team, not really needing other people to win. Before anyone start, yes, he has those two with KD for sure. Yeah. But he also had one before KD, and now he has one after KD with Clay, who was pretty subpar. Subpar. Draymond, fucking Draymond. Like, come on, bro.
Nah, Draymond ain't the Draymond of old, though. He's a new Draymond.
So he's worse than
what they want. No. He just changed the game. No, offensively, he's worse.
I seen Draymond drop 30 in the finals game.
That's what I'm saying. Offensively, he doesn't do that anymore.
Defensively, he's still a presence for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. But Steph was the man this whole playoff run, put the words on his back. He did what he needed to do. And now he has a finals MVP, 4 rings, which is the same as a lot of people's favorite player. I ain't going to say his name.
Yeah.
2 MVPs, 1 unanimous. Like, it's hard to fight that resume. He's the best point guard of all time.
With one more, edge him over LeBron? Or
no, hell no.
No. What does he have to do to surpass LeBron? It's just nothing he can do.
No.
He's still in the league, and there's nothing he can do.
No. Honestly, legit, no cap. I don't care if he wins 3 more in a row. He's 3
more
not,
in a row.
He's still not passing
LeBron that makes 4 in a row
on that all-time list, bro. LeBron is legit the second greatest player of all time on that list, and he's not moving.
So we would just have to title Steph as one of the greatest winners of all time.
For sure.
Instead of one of the greatest players.
No, he can still be one of the greatest players. He's just not the greatest or the second greatest. To me. Because a lot of people can say that about Bron. Like, Bron is one of the top 3 greatest players of all time. And honestly, if Bron is not in your top 3 or 4, I'm really not even going to talk to you about basketball. And I'm not a Bron fan at all. Anybody who knows me know that.
I'm definitely not a Bron fan, but we can't converse.
You can't. You literally can't. So a lot of people can say Bron is one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball. Top 3 greatest players. But he's not one of the greatest winners, quote unquote, per se. And you can say the opposite for Steph. I would give Steph both, but I'm just saying some people can make that argument.
For sure.
Because Steph, there's just so much Bron can do on the court that Steph can't. And it's not because...
Like what though? Steph was rebounding, Steph was assisting, Steph was scoring.
He not...
What else do you want him to do?
He can't do it like
He
Bron.
steals? Like,
he's not doing it like Bron, bro.
He's playing defense. I don't know what else you want him to do.
Bro,
He's just not 6'10".
We've seen Bron do some shit.
Yeah.
You put Steph on some of those teams, bro, I don't know. Is Steph coming back down 3-1 against Bron with that same roster?
Probably him and Kyrie is probably.
Yeah, that shit probably is disgusting.
Oh my god!
But now you're putting Bron with Clay and Dre. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
A lot of Bron did get dealt a lot of bad hands. I would say that him switching teams wasn't the best. He's got dealt with some bad hands, bro.
No, him switching teams was the best.
Him switching teams was bad for his legacy though.
I mean, yeah, you can say
that. That hurts his he's a winner legacy for sure. Because people instantly you ran away in a good ass way still. Bosh was still good as hell. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Kyrie, who I don't care what nobody saying I'm fighting to the death. They should have been co-MVPs of the finals for sure.
Yeah,
people are really capping on Kyrie's impact and performance. But you know, you going against that good ass Warriors team with KD as J.R. Smith, your second best player, or that Kevin Love, your second best player. Like that's a bad hand, bro. And he took them 6 games.
Yeah, it's tough.
40, 50 point triple double was like Steph not doing that.
Yeah, that's very tough.
But Steph is great and different in his own way. He's definitely top 10. Yes.
So, since that team has been winning with that core group of Draymond, Steph, and Clay since 2015?
Right.
Can they be one of the best trios of all time? They have 4 rings.
They do.
With what? 6 NBA finals trips in the last 8 years.
Yep. And they honestly probably would have won another one if it wasn't for the injuries.
Yeah, exactly. So, can they enter that category?
Oh yeah, enter it. They up there. It's hard to put them above Mike, Pippen, and Rodman. Individually, they might be better. Obviously, Mike is the GOAT for me. For sure. But you could argue like Pippen's impact and Clay's impact both at their peaks. You could argue to Rodman and Dre for sure. As a unit, I think the Bulls probably the greatest trio, but it's some good ass ones though. You got Tim, Tony, Manu. It's a great trio right there. You got Wade, Bosh, Braun. As far as winning though, Warriors got to be top 2.
Them 3.
I'm also being like
Jordan
super ignorant.
And then them 2.
I'm being ignorant to like the 60s teams and shit. Or like even Magic, Michael Cooper, Kareem, like they won some shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is recency bias for sure. And
definitely.
Me being young, I would probably put them 2. The second greatest trio of all time.
I can definitely agree with that statement. I don't have no rebuttal for that.
Yeah, but I know some people are going to be like, oh, you tweaking like John Havlicek, Russell, and Cousy. I don't even know if that was the same team, but like, yo, they was crazy. Or they won 12, which they did.
You ain't even mentioned the Boston guys.
Bird,
KG. No, KG.
Oh, KG. But see, they didn't win enough. They only got 1. Yeah. How are you that great when you the only super team only get 1? Yeah, that's damn near yikes.
It's tough.
I mean, they did lose to Braun. But I'm just saying though. I
feel that.
I would next time, literally next pod, we'll break that down. I'm gonna come up with a list and like explain why.
It's very tough to make a list because so many people can make it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to exit people out. And
the top 10 or the trio?
Both.
Yeah. The trio list I think will be easier because it hasn't been that many like great trios where all 3 of them probably make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
With a 2-time MVP in it, that shit not really happening like that.
For sure.
So they champs. The draft just happened. Chet looks crazy, by the way. It's only been one game. It's only been 1 game.
Let's not get too hyped.
But he's definitely looking
and
like
he does play for the Thunder, so we don't expect much.
Yeah. They're going to win some games next year that they shouldn't win.
That's what they do, though.
They do that. They ask them Lakers. They do that.
Yeah, they do. They win games they ain't supposed to.
Early favorites for next year with no bias.
I mean, it's not even a bias, though. You have to automatically put the reigning champs up there.
As your favorites? They're the favorites for you?
They're the reigning champs. Just like you had the Bucks. After them being reigning champs, you have to pay them their respect.
Okay.
So, yes. And they still have their core together. So, yes, we have to put them up there.
They lost a lot of depth.
They lost some bench depth. They'd be all right.
They lost a lot. But,
be
okay.
All right.
Warriors your favorite. Who's favorite out the East?
I'm still not counting the Bucks out. Was hoping the Heat could get KD. If they was to get KD, oh my god,
it's possible still.
It's just I don't know. If that happens, definitely the Heat.
Yeah, for sure.
Him and Jimmy Butler is probably nuts.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yes.
Out the East, I think them probably my top 2.
Bucks Heat.
So actually, I gotta still give the Celtics their
I'm
respect.
finna say they picked up Brogdon. Don't sleep.
Yeah,
on it.
I definitely have to still give the Celtics their respect. So
Yeah.
them probably my top 3.
West. It is really hard to go against the Warriors. It definitely is.
Exactly.
I need to see if Kyrie goes to LA, and the other LA team is going to be good as
Oh
well.
my gosh, my bad.
Like John Wall going there.
The Clippers
nice.
are going to be so crazy.
Yeah, like Kawhi, PG,
healthy.
and Wall healthy.
Dude, they still got other pieces though.
Reggie still there. Yeah, they got some bodies, bro.
Norman Powell, crazy.
Norman off the bench.
Bucket.
Yeah, not like they nice. Luke still there. Like, yeah, they solid. I really want Memphis because I'm a huge Ja fan.
Actually, I like them young Bulls. They got hard. I like them.
They're not ready yet. They definitely need another piece though. So I probably as of right now, Warriors probably healthy. In the East, it's really just depends on where KD go.
Honestly,
like for real.
That's all the league.
KD go to Miami, it's tough. Like KD can go, and he go to Toronto. It's like they tough now. You know what I'm saying? It's KD.
Yeah. And he's gonna make any team tough.
He's gonna make them so good. As of right now, how it stands, he could go to the Hornets. I don't think they'd do shit, but they'd be nice though.
Why won't they?
Second round probably.
Well, now they probably won't after the Miles.
Miles is tweaking.
We ain't gonna get into that though.
Yeah, but East, I'm running it back with the Bucks for sure. Chris Middleton healthy. Giannis just too much, bro.
Drew,
they got Bobby back.
Bobby back.
You know, even though I'm a Bulls fan. Yeah.
So no Bulls.
They need. No. Glad Zach back though.
Oh yeah.
If we could find a way to get KD, now you talking.
Speaking of everybody grabbing their deals, got to give out a shout out to Darius Garland.
For sure.
From the crib.
Get in the bag.
Huge bag.
Huge.
Huge bag. We definitely have to give him a shout out.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
They're gonna be solid next year too. They get Colin back, especially if they keep him. Yeah.
They're gonna be solid. They got some. Yeah.
They got some bodies. Evan,
amazing.
Super nice.
Ready to see what he got going next season.
Yeah.
But before we wrap it up, I am going to Dallas this weekend for a wedding. I want to give a shout out to Milton Sandiford. Kind of one of my mentors in a sense. I never really gave him the title, but he is like somebody I kind of go to if I need advice or you know what I'm saying, just talk to, check up on.
Yeah. How old is he?
That I don't know. I'm sorry. Don't kill me for not knowing your age. But he's getting married this weekend. Shout out to him and Shanice. Yeah. That's all I got.
Yeah, I got some plans, some sections, right?
Sections.
Yeah.
Pool parties. All type of stuff. It's like a vacation / wedding / everything.
Yeah.
It's all inclusive.
Bro, y'all please get on his ass and make him start vlogging, please. Please. He be too lit. We need the content.
Can't do the vlogs. EP on the way too. Really supposed to drop July 8th. But we'll see. It has some technical difficulties. If not, it's coming the 15th. It ain't too far.
Okay. We gonna hold you to that again. Definitely shout out, bro. He showed love and gave feedback to the show for real. So definitely sending my blessings to him and his soon-to-be wife and his marriage and life for sure. Hope y'all have a good time, BT, and stay safe for sure. Then I'm right after you with the Miami joint, which I am vlogging for sure.
We ready to see that.
Hold me to that as well. Yeah, so we lit.
Yep.
That's it for you.
That's all I got, man.
That's it for me. Freshsqueezed family. We'll holla.